I mean, this is what, like, makes and breaks stream runs here at Heatwave, right? And Heatwave is known to have a lot of upsets, right?
Of course.
But, like, this is where really, like, someone's run goes from, like, maybe an upset on a single player to they made top 16 at Heatwave, right? Yeah. They're a big deal. They're someone to be considering.
Yeah, it's the biggest difference between, like, oh, man, you got, like, a footnote on a Twitter thread or something. Like, someone would be like, oh, you got that notable win one time to top 16, like, guaranteed 13th. Like, that is there's a whole lot of, like, bridge placements in any sort of competitive bracket. One of them is 17th, 13th, 9th to 7th.
Absolutely.
Like, placements like those matter so much.
We're starting right off Tower of Heaven. Zetterburn loves this stage. We will see who's able to kind of pull it out a bit harder. I feel like the combo game on Zetter here is so scary onto those platforms with like Shine and Fire strong attacks. But the fair chain's also something to be looking out for between these two because there's not a lot of room to DI on the stage.
100%. The biggest notice that I have for elpe right now, like, it seems like elpe is just like so ready, able, and willing to try and combo things vertically instead. He wants to put up that extra damage early on and have more consistent setups in the sweet spot.
Okay, the wait there for an option, I think tried falling through the platform, but fell straight into the Zetterburn arms. And that is an early stock lead.
One of the biggest problems with Zetter in this current meta, right, is a lot of his stuff feels great on hit, but finding that hit, finding that neutral win just comes down to player skill, which, in my opinion, is good design, but, you know, c'est la vie. The trick, though, as elpe closes out the stock and keeps us even here in this game number 1, is now that you have the Ditto, it's all mind games. It's all just like, how deep in these Yomi levels do you want to put yourself? Like, how far along do you want to make a read? As Bunn0w0 is like, they are swinging and getting ready to try and make some dividends up with some hard reads, while elpe seems a little bit more focused on like consistency and neutral wins to convert into the guaranteed stuff.
Yeah, and that is a big reversal. Gets the Nair right now and is trying to close the stock for it and does it. That was incredible. That was off like a single hit of Nair fast spell into a sweet spot fair, takes the stock off it. And those are the sort of conversions that takes a Ditto and blows it out of the water, right? Because you're both working with the same tools, right? So if someone's able to just take control of a stock like that, it's going to make all the difference.
It's what I was exactly saying earlier, where it's like, because we saw Bunn like just willing to pull the trigger, willing to go in, go deep, make plays, you have this giant swing of momentum that you just kind of have to deal with as elpe, which makes a ton of sense, where if your game plan wasn't working in the Ditto and you don't want to take away from that, changing the character can just be enough of a change of mindset in order to approach the game.
This is a huge statement, because elpe has been committed to the Zetterburn. Game win, game loss, the entire bracket. To say, I'm going Maple, is a huge sign that either elpe knows something we don't, or just thinks that the Zetterburn is struggling for some reason, right? And this has the potential to completely turn this set on the head, or put elpe down 2-0 and really not have the room to work with, because if he loses this game, he doesn't have the intel on any winning matchups, and he has to make that sort of judgment call, and that can be so mentally taxing on the player.
Man, it's a difficult question to pose for yourself, and one that elpe's trying to find the answer for, and honestly, I'm pretty excited to find out the answer as well.
Yeah, that F-Strong just barely missing. Going to be the difference between getting back to stage and living here and dying. And going to see if he can get a big combo. That is such a good up air cancel, but that parry's going to do it.
At 155, if you had dropped that stock to something like a sweet spot fair, up air, any numerous amount of things, like Gatling, who could tell, elpe would have been so far behind the 8-ball. But that one combo that did like 40-ish%, it suddenly creates so much of a better situation here to try and finish off that stock. Nope, there it is.
Yeah. Getting a little fancy with it. That is going to be pretty fast equalizer there, which is really important for elpe's, because Bunn0w0 is not slowing down, right? The moment that he gets ahead, he is turning on the jets.
Push always following behind these fireballs. The sweet spot fair coming down, able to get enough time to parry.
That side B landing is so important right there. Was looking for a strong attack as a punish, but couldn't quite find it because the side B does connect. Now we're getting a bit of a combo from elpe's, but keeps playing by this corner. Looking for an edge guard himself. Is going to get a fair.
Yo, Schoolie, this is so scrappy, but
yes,
the longer you let these game states go, the more you have opportunities for Maple just to find these turnarounds with some very, very potent edge guards. The Lily setup, I love the high recovery there from Bunn, but that follow-up!
That was 100% damage off a single combo and then the edge guard into stock, right? Like, that was so well played by elpe's. This was so in control for Bunn0w0. And now elpe's is looking to get extra credit, right? That is a huge game swing. And that up air not going to be sweet spot. That up tilt, maybe not what they were looking for. And now still living at 180. This is not what you want to be playing against the Zetterberg.
I was ready for that to be stock. I saw the wall jump into follow-up fair, or maybe like a falling there instead. But I mean, Bunn0w0 have their entire game state, their entire game plan for these past 2 games has just been like, I'm coming at you. I'm pressing buttons. Deal with it.
Oh, what a DI mix-up. Gets the reseed after the down smash. That was so cool. Great awareness by Bunn0w0 to DI that correctly, but that is going to be the stock. That's very important for elpe.
For sure. We saw an immediate change-up, right? Like, we're going to try and throw a different tempo, a different pacing at Bunn to see how they do well in a more controlled kind of environment. It's not just the same tools. It's not both players trying to jockey for positioning. It's having to deal with Maple's ability to engage on her terms immediately and flexibly, which is where elpe has found a lot of success late in that game 1.
Oh, what a falling up there!
I was going to say ideally in this game number 3, but Bunn is undeterred.
Yeah, I think if there's one thing that could describe Bunn right now, it is fearless, right? It doesn't matter how good elpe's combo game has been so far. But
you see the reversal attempt? That was insane! And you find the pickup with the up strong as well. Like, so fearless is the pinpoint word to use there.
Absolutely. And right now we're seeing Bunn0w0 every mix-up to get back to stage right now is going to DI enough to live. Refreshes, no, doesn't get it. Loses the air dodge, does get the double jump back, but gets hit by the Lily to save him back on stage. Absolutely. That fair is going to connect, and that's even stocks.
If there's anything that elpe has shown, it has been that tenacity. Like, all right, like these stocks with Maple may go long. These are going to be like repeat, lather, and go like recycle a ton of these edge guard situations, but I gotta stick with it. There can never be a moment where I'm just like resting at a moment's notice, because Bunn has shown that they're willing to not only get back, but then immediately go back to their game plan. Check this combo.
This is going a little crazy right now, and that's what I feel like we're seeing from elpe's, right? Bunn0w0, when they're pressing buttons, when they're moving forward, they're getting so much damage out in such quick succession, but elpe's is getting these constant resets, you know, these rewraps, these tech reads, these couple of scenarios, even edge guards. Oh, that up smash barely not connecting, falls out of the up air, both of them living by the skin of their teeth.
It is so tight here. This stock matters. Like, snowballing in this game has been
both of them
so tough. They're playing so careful, trying to work back
falling
around
up
here.
airs from Bunn0w0 seems to be the answer, but it's not quite working. Does get the sour spot fair into the fair back from elpe, and that's going to take that stock.
A little bit of deja vu here. Like, early game, Bunn just like starts off so high, able to answer immediately there is huge to try and get that game 2 taste out of the mouth.
I think you're absolutely right, though. We're seeing the signs again. elpe, whatever he did at the end of that Frozen Fortress game, we're starting to see it again, and we're going to have to see a little bit of a different answer from Bunn0w0. Right now, getting the rewraps on him again, falling into those up airs, not able to get out, but doesn't have a seat on him just yet. Avoids the up air, that's so important, but 130 is so scary right now.
Oh, the Lily placement into the forward tilt. I love Maple forward tilt, by the way.
It's so cool.
Funny.
It just has a leaf on his hand. He just has a leaf on his hand. The little guy's gonna punch you. But yeah, I mean,
super clean ping pong combo. I want to point out that elpe's combo route choices has always been, as you were mentioning a little earlier, with like a couple of reseeds. That has been the entire game plan for elpe whenever they find a hit.
Yeah.
Get some damage, guaranteed reseed. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, dependent on DI. But that game plan has allowed for just like consistent pressure, regardless of position on stage, which then makes sense why we're going to a stage like Air Armada, just a lot of open space.
Oh my god, what an up B cancel. Yeah, and I think that's a difference right now. We're seeing Bunn0w0 go for these crazy new options in some of their combo strings. And sometimes they connect and it's beautiful, and sometimes it misses by like a fraction, right? Meanwhile, elpe's, it feels like they know he knows what he wants to do, right? He knows the combos he's going to hit, and he's going to go for them. And when they hit, he's getting so much out of them. And it's up to Bunn0w0 to force him to do something else, right? A response different than what he's been doing, because what he's been doing has been working oh so well.
Yo, that was so clean on the downward dash. Able to get that intercept was so nice. The Bunn0w0 response has been always that protagonist energy, right? The fearlessness, the willingness to push forward, to make reads and make plays. But you gotta find ways to finish your food, or else elpe's just gonna walk with this 3-1 with their calm and consistent game plan.
Yeah. Going for both of these players, fishing for a lot of these up airs. They're trying to catch these landings on platforms, and on Air Armada, that's so important. Getting near that top blast zone, both of these two can kill so easily there.
That was a charged sign in the catch.
Oh, the reversal. Oh no, doesn't catch him, but misses the up tilt, and now this could be a reversal. Barely finding the way out, and then instantly going to the dare up smash. That's the protagonist energy you're talking about, right? It looks like it's all over until it isn't, and the stock is theirs.
That slide off down there, and then instantly answering off the ledge dash, following the fireball into another Gatling. All right, the fair keeps it calm and keeps it collected for elpe, trying to wrap up this set. And honestly, a long set here and a game win, especially for Bunn on this Maple, may just prove massive dividends for a potential Game 5.
Does get the wrap. This has been the golden ticket for every single one of elpe's combos. We're seeing it right now. All of this off of that wrap, and it's still there. This could be so scary right now. Oh, the Lily does hit, but the wrap is still there, still on Bunn0w0. That could be it.
It is.
All off the wrap. All off the wrap. In such good awareness from elpe's. The combo trees he go for, specifically once he gets that seed, and it just made all the difference. Bunn0w0 turned on the gas, but it just wasn't enough.
It was a fiery effort, and like that level of intensity that you put forward, like I don't know if they were playing like that throughout the entire bracket, but that sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
elpe with the consistency.